Hello everyone, this is Jimmy and welcome to episode 10 of Seaopolis, where we're into the double digits. I've been looking at this farm a little bit and I've noticed that the crops spend almost 100% of their time fully grown. And the only time they aren't fully grown is because the pedestal is sleeping, because it's finished all the work it can do and it's like, alright, I get to take a break for 3-4 seconds before I start up again. What that's telling me is that I need much faster plant gatherers. Oh wow, this is I also need faster extraction from the plant gather. I upgraded the pipes to ultimate because I thought that that would fix that. But apparently, let's see, pump rate 128 a second. I mean, 128 a second should be plenty fast to keep up with this. Just not pumping items. Why is... Oh, it's because of the pumping into drawer controllers having only one virtual input block. Okay, we'll fix that by putting a buffer inventory right before the drawer controller. But anyways, that's an easy to fix. What I want to do is speed up the plant gatherers and the planters, whatever they're called, plant sowers. So there are upgrades in industrial, how do you spell? Industrial foregoing. All right, good enough. Called speed and energy upgrades. These have changed slightly since previous versions. So speed and efficiency. These are all made in the dissolution chamber using latex, but I think it's, yeah, they're a bit more expensive than they were in previous versions, but I think we can make all of these now. So let's go ahead and make a set of speed and energy upgrades. There's only 4 total upgrade slots, and one of them has to be the range upgrade. So I guess we'll use speed 1, speed 2, and energy 1, or efficiency 1, and see how that goes. To fix the problem of not sending items into the, in fact, let's leave it completely full now, not actually sending items into the drawer here, I'm just going to put a second inventory right here. So that'll end up sending the items into here. We can disconnect this pipe segment completely, actually. And where did that pipe segment go? I do need it. All right, let me get some more ultimate pipes. I did craft a couple mechanism machines to make sure I had enough materials to make these ultimate pipes. So everything will get buffered into here, and then we will use something to transfer them the 1 block distance, probably another logistical sorter, to go from the... Is that the right way? I think that's... I have to tell which... They come out the side closer to the white dot. So no, that's backwards. How do we get them to face the right way? There we go. Auto eject on. So now items will get buffered into here, which has obviously more than 1 input slot, and that will cause these to be able to extract at as fast as the cable can extract. So that's one problem fixed. The other problem now is for those upgrades. What are they called? Add-ons? Efficiency, speed, and speed 2. And I'm only going to put them in the few that we're using for now. Oh, they don't stack. But yeah, it makes it run much faster. And presumably, once we have everything upgraded, all of our machines will no longer be the bottleneck of the process, but rather the plants actually growing will be the bottleneck. That would be the goal. Oh, the add-on system has changed slightly now. You no longer need speed 1 to run speed 2. In fact, they're mutually exclusive. So if you put the speed 2 upgrade in, you can't put the speed 1 upgrade in. In that case, I don't need any of the tier 1 upgrades. I just need efficiency 1 and 2. And there we go. So now our bottleneck is no longer the planting and harvesting machines, but rather our bone mealing pedestal. And that's all right. There's actually a little bit of, well, there's significant room for upgrade here, because right now we only have efficiency 4 on this pedestal, which is, it does work every other tick. Whereas if we go to efficiency 5, it does work every tick. So that's doubling the amount of work it does. But for now, I think this is sufficiently fast for our farm. It's not like the fastest farm I've ever built, but it'll get the job done. I can also eventually use multiple pedestals. Their effects stack perfectly naturally. So there's really no upper limit to how crazy you can get by stacking pedestals. It's exactly my cup of tea, right? Instead of stacking sprinklers, we now stack pedestals. Haha! I did some back-of-the-napkin calculations, and I came to the conclusion that to make the ultimate infusion crystal, which is used to make the higher tier essence, or the master infusion crystal, which is used to make the higher tier essences with infinite durability, that takes 4 insanium blocks. that would require 36,864 Infernium. And take that number divided by 4, so about 10,000 uses of an inferior infusion crystal. So that's 10,000 uses divided by 250-ish is what, like 40-ish of these crystals? Although I guess they can be enchanting or unbreaking enchanted. Still, we're gonna have to make a whole lot of these, and each of these takes more Infernium. Point is, it's gonna take like just about 40,000 Infernium to make the Master Infusion Crystal, and we don't have nearly that much yet. So instead of targeting something that's, 10 times out of reach, why don't we start with some more basic seeds that'll be useful? For example, iron seeds and the quartz and rich iron variants. These are both pretty cheap at tier 3. We can make a fair number of tier 3 essences. And these are just resources that I'm perpetually low on. So right now I have a whopping 43 iron ingots to my name. Let's see how much the seed can help. So I should just be able to grab the stuff I already have. Yeah. And then even if I just import the recipe like this, oh, not that one. Import the recipe like this, it'll grab most of the materials I need for me. And I just have to find the center seed, place that on the altar. I'm actually kind of curious, does the altar auto start if ticked? I mean, it auto starts when ticked, right? Does that mean that I can replace that with the button with a timer? And then the timer will tick it every 20 ticks, so that as soon as I put the last item on, it goes? Yeah, perfect. So now it's an auto starting altar. I no longer need to hit the button to start it. Alright, so iron seeds. I'm going to actually leave this entire field here as a the bone meal field, because I think I might need it all for bone meal. So we'll start iron here, and I just have to check what color this one was. Cyan. Alright, we'll give iron a home in one of the drawers, and then in this one, we have to set new filter. Oh, I need a piece of iron to set the filter. New filter, item stack, iron seed, send it to cyan, save. Alright, and then once I put the iron back in the drawer, that seed should get sent to here, where it gets planted. Come on, don't make me a liar. Alright, I did something wrong. Whoops, forgot to actually put the upgrades in this set of planting machines. So it's trying to plant it in the one slot that doesn't have dirt. That obviously doesn't work. So I'm making some range upgrades. I have the other upgrades in the works as well. But there we go. That's planted, and then it'll periodically receive growth picks from this thing. And when it's done, it'll get harvested, and eventually it'll we'll end up with more than one seed in the cycle. Oh, I need the upgrades in you as well. But we'll eventually end up with more than one seed in the cycle, and when that happens, we'll obviously be able to we'll be more able to, like, instead of having just one seed get planted and reharvested, there'll be more than one. But should take our iron essence, make sure there's a home for that. And for now, I'm just going to store the essences as essences. We can craft them into ingots or whatever on demand. Although, while that is perhaps less efficient, it requires doing more work on demand, it's also just a lot simpler than having to set up your passive array of crafters. These crafters right now are quite expensive. A crafter tier 3, if I wanted, yeah. I mean, steel, iron, electrum. I guess it's not that expensive once I get all my seed set up, but whatever. We're going to do it on demand for the time being. I'm going to take a stab at not fully automating the infusion altar, because we only make things, we only do it for one-offs, but semi-automating it. And what that means is if I just want to make, say, the quartz and rich iron seed, I want to be able to dump the items in here and have all the items just get routed to the right pedestal. And it seems that did not happen, as evidenced by the fact that the infusion didn't start. So why is that? Let me first see what hasn't been sent. The essence didn't get sent anywhere. So the way I set it up was that it was supposed to take the essence. Oh, maybe I'm looking at the wrong tag here. What are the or dictionary, or not the, or just tag? Oh, there are no tags on essence. Okay, so that's what I did wrong. I set a filter here to use a mystical agriculture essences tag, but I think that essence, yeah, that's a tag for these essences. I guess Infernium, Prudentium, these items do not have tags. And in fact, they don't even have a shared item ID. So what I instead have to do is just do them as item stacks. We'll have to add one for each, and I think blue was their color. So I have 3 colors here, effectively. Blue, which goes to these 4 pedestals, are for the essences. Green, which goes to these 4 pedestals, are for the infusion item, so like the type of seed we're trying to make. And then cyan, leave it cyan, which goes to the middle, is for the seed itself. So now, if I do this, it should send the 4 essences that are perfect, and then it crafts a seed. Now, I'm not automatically removing the seed when we're done either, because, I mean, when we're done, the next step is to plant the seed. So, with this now, it should be slightly easier to craft the individual seeds. I just have to drop the input materials into that chest. There's never a shortage of problems when trying to use Mechanism to move items. In this case, the problem I'm running into here is that Mechanism, I think, tries to grab the most recent, like every slot number has an ID, basically. It tries to grab the highest ID slot to move items from, but then items in the lower ID slots just kind of sit there forever. So we're gonna try swapping this logistical sorter out for a item pipe like this, and let's see, disconnect that side, extract from there, and we're gonna need some upgrades for this because it's not going to be nearly fast enough as it stands. So how do if I put this in here, that makes it faster, but that's not what I want. Well, that is what I want, but that's not enough. So let's take it out, try the higher tier upgrades. This is as high as, oh, my redstone's already in compacting drawers. So I guess that's all the redstone I have. All right, well, let's hope this upgrade is high enough tier. 16 items every 10 ticks. If not, we should be able to make the advanced upgrade soon. In fact, let's make the redstone seed next. Assuming it's not like tier 3, we can live with that. As I continue to expand out this farm, I'm realizing this just isn't working. As you can see right now, I don't have enough bone meal. We no longer produce enough bone meal to keep the pedestal here running in bone meal mode all the time. And it's kind of like keeping, your nuclear reactor critical, right? We've now gone subcritical, which means that it just like we almost never get bone meal. When we have enough bone meal, the entire thing runs smoothly. But that means that we need to basically, for each one bone meal plant can support like one other plant, and be it Infernium or some other resource. I can't really reduce my Infernium plants too far because I need enough Infernium plants to actually grow, like make my seeds, and we don't even have enough of those. So I think the only way I can keep this system going right now is to put bone seeds into this planter, but then we've just completely run out of space to actually grow new seeds. So I think what I'm going to do for the time being is put bone here so that we can keep growing our plants. But I did a little testing and I discovered something interesting. In previous versions of Mystical Agriculture, if the block above a seed was not air, the plant wouldn't grow. But right now, this block is obviously not air, right? There's a piece of stone there, and this Infernium seed will grow, as you saw. So what that means is we can actually, if I can go ahead and make the auto clicker, which requires 1 piece of chorus fruit each. Like, oops. There we go. The auto clicker requires 1 piece of chorus or chorus flower each, but besides that, it's not very expensive. If I can make that, we can place those above each of these plants and get rid of this whole stupid planter harvester setup. We'll still need huge fields of skeleton seeds and Infernium seeds, but we can then have 1 seed for each of the other ones, and we'll just auto harvest it with a clicker. Part of the problem with planting it with a plant sower like this, in theory, this plant sower gets you 9 different seeds, right? However, this seed, this iron seed here, ends up well, first of all, the iron is red, so this corner. This iron seed ends up corresponding to 4 seeds, Whereas this one, the quartz seed, yellow, only gets 2 slots. So not all slots are created even. And if I were to put something in the middle, it would get only this 1 slot here. So the plant sword doesn't actually evenly distribute your seeds because it's a 5x5 and you can't easily divide 5x5 into a 3x3 grid. It does its best, but the math just doesn't work out. So we're going to redesign our farm yet again. Lots of farm redesigning going on right about now. There we go. By filling this quadrant with bone meal seeds, we've gotten, or bone seeds, whatever, skeleton seeds, we've gotten our bone meal system critical again. On average, that means for each piece of bone meal we produce at least 1 piece of bone meal. There is a little bit of extra yield we can squeeze out too. Right now I'm just crafting bones into bone meal. That's 3 to 1. But if we use the crusher here is 4. Or if we use a pulverizer, it's 4 and potentially change for adding in flint or something. But we'll perhaps investigate that later. So anyways, now if I want to switch it over to using the clickers, well, before we get there, that leaves us the remainder of the field. Technically, we could even put the auto clickers on the dividers here, right? So we get the remainders of the field, including where the fences are where we can grow other plants. We have any amount of, how do I describe it? Resolution. So if we want 1 plant, 2 plants, 8 plants for any given seed, we can do that. We're no longer limited by the rough resolution offered by the planting devices. Cool. So I have to actually go make our clickers now. We can buy these for 150 bucks a pop. I'm not going to do that because a trip to the end should get us access to infinite chorus. So let's see if I can find the end exploration quest. How do we get here? Enter the end. Eye of Ender. Apparently we've never... Wait. Here we go. Okay, so I have to make the smeltery ender ingot, which is just what? Molten ender? We melt down ender pearls and then cast them as ingots? Wait. Molten ender. Oh no, we have to... Okay, I see. We have to make it in the alloy smelter. There we go. Finding a stronghold in this pack is a little bit different. Instead of throwing Eyes of Ender, maybe you could still throw Eyes of Ender, but you just pour that molten ender ingot onto a map generator. The map generator system in this pack is really fun. I think it's a great way to reduce the grindiness of finding things. Place it, break it with unequal works. I need to repair my pickaxe soon. And it just spits out a map. And yeah, we can see in relative to us northwest, there's a stronghold. So I'm gonna grab Eyes of Ender, maybe a bow. I need to repair my bow. How do you repair bows anyways? Bows repair with, what the heck? Oh, that's how you shiny color it. Do you not repair bows with wood or anything? Shows what I know about vanilla. Wait, I'm a genius. I can both repair and combine the bow with an unbreaking bow I have. Jimmy, you're the best Minecraft player in the world. All right, with that, I think we have our jetpack. We can fly. I think we're ready to go to the end, take out the Ender Dragon, and perhaps more importantly, grab ourselves some chorus fruit. Should be coming in range of the stronghold any minute now. I wonder how it looks like underwater. Maybe I needed water breathing potions. Oh, looks like the map's starting to generate. And bam. We overshot by a mile. Oh, look, we can see it down there. All right, well, put the map away and label it. Stronghold. All right, can we tell what room it is from up here? Like one of those? Maybe? I suspect it's this room. Let's see if I'm right. If I'm wrong, I might need to go back and get water breathing. Nope, that was a library. This library contains some nice enchants, though. I guess these are the quark modified libraries. I like it. Alright, is there a way for me to get infinite range on my wireless transmitter? I know there's a way to get it interdimensional, which probably means there's a way to make it make its range interdimensional. Let me see if I can find it. It doesn't look like there's a way to turn your wireless terminal fully interdimensional and infinite range, but the network receiver and transmitter in refined storage are just natively interdimensional now. So if you have a receiver, a transmitter, and a couple network cards, you can transmit your network signal interdimensionally and then use that to set up a wireless access point on the other side. But that's a bit much in terms of cost. Each of these has like another ingot in it, and then infinite ender pearls and all kinds of stuff. So instead, I'm just going to set up the teleporter from Mechanism, and then we can teleport between our base and the end and wherever else we need to go. So that requires a little bit of each of these alloys, I believe. We need one portable teleporter and at least 2 of these. And more steel and stuff too. All right. Oops, made a bit of a mistake. I put upgrades into my factories here to try to speed them up a bit, but now they use a lot of energy, and our refined storage network ran out of power. So I guess, oh wait, now we're back online. Just about to request some wind turbines where that happened. Oh, dang it, and that needs this machine to make. All right, well, I guess we're just waiting for that craft then. I think the way these teleporters work now is that if you don't build the frame around them, they don't need power or anything, they just exist. So we'll put one here. At least that's how it worked in Minecraft 1.12. So they do have power, but I don't think they need it. Let's see, we will set a channel. So the channel, or the frequency, is basically the name of the teleporter. This one we'll call base. Bam. I don't think the color matters. And then we can... Yeah, there we go. We now own this item. We can set it to base, teleport, bam, takes us there. And that uses the energy out of the teleporter, not the energy out of this. Right? So there's 300,000 RF in there. 303, correct. It uses energy out of our portable teleporter. So now we can teleport back home at any point. So we can come over and drop this one off. Is there any reason? We'll put it in the end. Let's go grab our backpack. How little range does that transmitter have? And we'll use this to loot the Stronghold. And then we'll go to the end and drop our teleporter off there. So we can teleport directly into the end in the future without having to fly this 1,500 blocks. Based on the shape, I'm willing to bet this room is the portal room. I checked out the other library there as well. Nothing else here. It looks like a library or a portal, so I think we're straight in. Oh. Ooh, almost ran out of air. Alright, and then we don't need the spawner. No broken spawner from it, though. So let's just go ahead and fill in our portal. And through we go. Alright, we've made it to the end in a box. Good. I didn't repair my pickaxe, so I really hope our pickaxe survives. It would be a real shame to have to break through all these blocks by fist. There we go. I guess we could teleport back home and then come back to the end. Anyways, let's just work our way up to the surface where I don't look at Enderman and we kill ourselves an Ender Dragon. Where is the dragon? Pretty easy fight when you have flight. Oh, I missed a shot. Cute. That hurt. I don't think the Ender Dragon fight has changed much. Ow! Why did I melee the crystal? I was just saying how easy this was. And then I meleeed the crystal. Well, I hope I have at least one Ender Pearl left. Good. And I hope this doesn't teleport me in a way that murders me as soon as I finish a teleport. Yeah, give me that. I need that. Pickaxe is broken, but I guess that's alright. Jimmy, you're a big idiot. The unlosable fight you managed to get yourself killed in. Alright, well now it's just a matter of shooting the dragon until he dies. 6 in a row, by the way. 8 in a row. Oh, this one. After doing this, we can go grab ourselves a chorus fruit. So I could try to grab some of his bread, but I looked at the end crystal recipe already, and it's a vanilla recipe, so it's like 4 eyes of ender, 4 gas tears, 5 in later. So I'm not too worried about needing, you know, if I need the breath later, we can get it later. We got ourselves the scales. Alright, I guess that's everything. May as well get the EXP. 70-ish levels of EXP won't go to waste. I do need to make a thing to actually hold the extra EXP though. Oh well, we'll figure that out later. That's just about all of it. Alright, where is... I'll come back for the egg later too if I need it. Oh, I don't have an axe. Yeah, let's go back home and get an axe. And now I can't teleport back to the end. I think that's because I didn't actually chunk load the teleporter in the end, so it's unloaded now, and you can't teleport to an unloaded destination. So we go back the old-fashioned way. Anyways, having killed the dragon, I am contractually obligated to at least make an effort to fight the wither this episode. So once we get back, I think I'm going to try to set up some wither skeleton skull farm. What tier is the wither seed? 5. That's a bit expensive. I was gonna say, we could probably scrounge together tier 4 if needed, but tier 5's a bit much. God dang it. I forgot to hit the checkbox on the checkbox quest, so we didn't complete the Kill the Ender Dragon quest. I guess we'll have to kill another Ender Dragon for that quest later. So, where are my Ender Pearls? Oh, did I put my Ender Pearls away? Alright, let's see if we can kill an Enderman without dying. The things that can pull it off. I don't. I really don't. I'm really bad at this game. Dang it! I have you. We did it. We didn't even get an Ender Pearl. A little while later, got the pearl, so let's go through the portal. And there's no chorus here. There's my chorus fruit. Do we have to do something weird to get chorus fruit? Go through the thing. Be used. Or is it just not all parts of the end have chorus? I don't know. We'll look around a bit. It looks like chorus doesn't generate. I don't think that's normal, but you know, modpacks change things such that they're not normal. That's not unexpected. But the chorus flower does have a recipe if we get some purple blocks, which can come from well, either chorus fruit, but that's obviously not going to work. So if we can find a end city, I assume the seeds here require, yeah, we have to find an end city, harvest some of their purple, and then we'll be good. Which leads to the idea that maybe we could use a map generator to find it, right? But we need shulker shells to do that. And shulker shells require finding an end city first. So what came first, the chicken or the egg? Turns out finding the end city came first. No ship in this one, though. Oh well. Get some purple and we'll loot the chests, I guess. Maybe we'll kill these things as well. Ow, it hurt. Do they drop anything special? Not just shells. Either I got a layout that has no loot, or I don't know where the loot is in this layout. But I've checked like all the buildings, so there's no chests, so I guess I'm out of here. Got what I came here for, though. We got our purple, we can make our clickers. Craft a chorus flower. Craft a chorus flower. Run it through the phytogenic. And I believe this... yeah, it does consume bone meal, so this should quite easily duplicate the flower. Ooh, we even got a 4th one out of it. Alright, so this will produce our chorus for us. And then I think we can just make the clickers. Yeah, everything else we should have plentiful amounts of. But we're starting to run low on time today, so how about we just go for the wither today, and then we'll do more farming shenanigans tomorrow. In order to get some wither skeleton skulls, I think the easiest way is to use that mob cage we have. So you know what, mob cage? You're not quite entirely useless. It has a 20% chance to drop wither skeleton skulls, which is why it's a little bit useful, because that's much higher than the chance I get from killing these things. And also, like, I don't get randomly one shot while fighting them. So, DNA, please. Ow, I don't have my fire resist. Oh, DNA sampler is not strong enough. Oh, I got the wrong sampler. Oops. Let's try that again with the diamond DNA this time. One wither skeleton, please. Please don't shoot me. Thank you. Get me out of here. Alright. Then we need our mob cage. Currently, I have been doing gas. I just emptied all the gas tiers out of it. Probably have enough. So we can I just swap? No, I think we have to break it. Alright. Cage. I think the wither skeletons use the same environment block. So yeah, gilded blackstone. And in order to get the skulls, you require the lightning upgrade. So apply the upgrade. We already put the gilded blackstone in, apply the wither skeleton, and it's 20% chance every 90 seconds. So what, every minute and a half times 5, every 7.5 minutes we get one. So in 21 average minutes, we should get 3 wither skeleton skulls. Okay, that's a while. Oh, wait for those skulls. Let's just get started with the clicker setup. So I made a few of these. First challenge is I don't know how to actually get these placed such that they click down. They don't like to be rotated with the wrench. Guess maybe I can break the block. There we go. And now I'm stuck down here. Right, I might have to place all the clickers in one go and then place the dirt. Kind of annoying. Just as a proof of concept, though, it seems to work. The auto clicker it has a power bar, but it doesn't actually take power, so it doesn't use power. Speed is configurable. You want it on right click, not sneaking, and then point it at the plant. And as soon as the plant grows, it gets clicked. To pick up the drops, I just have a vacuum emulator here. This has from what I can tell, an 11 by 11 range, which is exactly the size of the farm, which is perfect. So I'm going to go ahead and make the other 20 whatever clickers and then cover this entire quadrant with them. Found a trick here. If I use the wand to copy them, they automatically place facing downwards. So do I want to place them all right now? I mean, now I can't like actually get in there. Maybe we can place them as we need them, or we just leave out the middle one. There we go. Okay, so this gives us physical access. Plant the seeds. To pass the time while waiting for those skulls, I swapped it. I just put all the auto clickers down. Definitely noisier than it was, but it's also a much more scalable system, much more modular, and just much better altogether. So it doesn't look anything like a farm, but this is a very efficient farm. And we'll just leave it at that. All right, so I had to reroute some of the piping a little bit because it turns out the vacuumulator range isn't quite enough to just put one in the middle and get everything. So I have to put them basically in each quadrant, but it all works out. So anyways, now all the resources get dumped into here. It's the same idea, but now we no longer have to feed seeds back, so that eliminates one of the bottlenecks, right? One of the bottlenecks was how fast we could feed seeds back into the appropriate planters, and then there's no more farmers and planters, so that bottleneck's also gone. So we can just hop into one of these and watch it grow if we care, but we probably don't. One interesting thing about this is now, if I were to add additional plants, I'm not actually increasing the total amount of stuff produced by the farm. I mean, a trivially small amount of the growth comes from the natural growth of the seeds. The vast majority of the growth comes from the pedestal providing growth, which means that as I add more seeds, I'm just spreading out the pedestal ticks more between the seeds. So the total rate of production of all essences is just about fixed, which means that when I'm done producing, say, Infernium, right, I can just take away the Infernium plants, and that'll increase the rate that it produces the other stuff, which is a somewhat unique property to farms. Generally speaking, you know, planting more seeds makes your farm faster. Not here. All right, so enough of that. Let's see how many skulls we've gotten. Hey, look, exactly 3. Let's grab these, get some soul sand, and hopefully the trick where we kill the wither underneath the end portal still works. If not, we're gonna have a free wither, and it's gonna be a little difficult to kill because my armor absolutely sucks. Memory serves me right, we put the leg of the soul sand directly under the portal, and please don't get free. Don't get free. I don't have the gear to kill you if you get free. We should get ready to teleport away if it gets free. And we have a trap wither. Okay, we have a loud trap wither. Hey. This is a real tough fight when the wither just suffocates in the wall. I do want to make sure I get the last hit myself, as opposed to letting suffocation do it. So that should do it. There we go. Huzzah, and we got ourselves another star. With that, I think I've completed my contractual obligations to kill the wither the same day I kill the dragon, and we will wrap up here for today. So more mystical agriculture goodness to come, but I think we've gotten the bulk of the infrastructure out of the way, even if it looks absolutely horrendous. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope to see you in the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.